Hello, my name is Lindsay Brown. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the big bad R word, right? That I have been called never before until 6 months ago. And it's probably the word, we know what we're talking about here, right? Racist. Never once in my life has anybody ever said that to me until about 6 months ago. Hey ho, what are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? The word is totally misused now, which I find an absolute shame because obviously there is proper racists out there. And so it's a shame whenever these words get totally misused, because now anybody calls anybody a racist, nobody's going to believe them, right? And it could be that somebody actually is. So I think these far lefties, if we want to call them, well, it's not even far lefty, sure, it's not, it's just like literally our whole government, our whole probably education services and systems, NHS, all the rest of it. We all know about me getting shouted at in a hospital. If you don't know, I'll tell you quickly. A couple of guys were speaking to me, and they said, "Oh, you from TikTok, blah blah blah. Fair play to you for what you do, all the rest of it." So they said, "What is it you're wanting?" And I says, "Well, we're just wanting safe, healthy communities for ourselves, you know." And he says, a nurse walked by, "No racism in this place." Or no, what was the word she used? I could look up my video. Something along those lines. No racist, no, something along those, that was the meaning of it. And I went, "What do you mean?" I says, "We're just talking about wanting stronger communities." And she just shouted it again and walked on. You know, so people like that are absolutely making that word have no meaning, which will have more of a negative effect on the people that they say they're looking out for. So yeah, I was never called a racist in my life until the last 6 months, and now I've probably been called it more than I've been called any other name. Trust me, I've been called a few names over the years, let me tell you. But anyway, I was down in Ballymena last night, and there was a peaceful protest. I spoke to so many amazing women, so many amazing, strong women, and it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring, I'm telling you now. Government, watch out. The women are seriously coming out to play, and that's when you know it is serious, right? Northern Irish women. I speak to these women, right? I speak to these women. I know they know their stuff, and they want to protect their future generations. So anyway, that was an absolute bliss. But there was black people, and I need to make sure a Filipinian guy drove past on a bike, and black people were walking past and walking through. So what we done is we were all, I would say there's a couple of hundred maybe, and we just all walked through a certain, it was like it was round Ballymena, but it sort of brought you back to the same spot. And there was plenty of black people walking through the crowd and walking through the streets as we were all walking. And everybody smiled at them. Everybody done what they would do to anybody else that walked past you in the street. Right, that's what we do here in Northern Ireland. We smile at people as they walk past. It's who we are. We're a friendly bunch, okay? It's what we're used to. We say hello, right? And so they were treated exactly the same as anybody else was treated walking past. And I seen this at Clockfern Corner as well the other night, on Monday night. And again, there was black people walked past, and they were treated with the same greeting that anybody else that walked past was treated with, which was a smile. Right, a smile or a quick hello, as we do. And I know everybody from Northern Ireland, I'm sure Ireland as well, that's how we do. It's just how we do. We say hello, we smile as we walk past people. And the thing is, the police see this as well. So the police see this, because they've seen it with their own eyes. Now, there was a few times in Ballymena where I think the police were down there, and they maybe wouldn't have seen these people walk past, but, they know what's going on. So they see, so why are they not going to the government and to these silly billy lefties and going, "Guys, yous are doing more damage using that word than yous are doing good"? I was watching a documentary this morning, and it was about, or it wasn't a documentary, it was a YouTube thing, and it was about Korea. And Korea are out protesting against illegal immigration. So are they racist now too? Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely ridiculous. I follow and I see so many. I want to make sure I get this right. Is it black people or people with different coloured skin? I don't know, because I'm not used to having to talk like this, because I'm used to just being and treating everybody as I see them, right? When I meet them, I treat them all the same. So I never really had to talk about people's different coloured skins, apart from wanting to get a tan and going, oh, come on, I want to go on holiday to get a tan, right? Other than that, it never come up, because it's not in the forefront of our minds. It's in the forefront of the people who call us racist. It's always in their minds, but it's not in our minds. So even trying to describe it half the time, whether it's black, brown, different colour, different... I don't even know what the right fucking thing is, right? Because it's not something I was used to talking about, because I treated everybody as I seen them. But anyway, there's so many black people, and I've seen an Indian guy that are out there talking about the same stuff as we're talking about. So are they racist? Are they racist against somebody that's got the same colour of skin as them? Is the Korean guys racist because they don't want illegal immigration into their country? Or can they not be racist? Is white people the only... It's a minefield. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And the proof is out there that there is people with different coloured skin standing up and saying the same thing as we are. Right? It does not make us racist because we want the safety of our future generations and the safety of the kids of today, right? It does not at all. But the far lefties and the government and all the rest of it, they want to continue to use that word because it's a tough word to hear. Don't get me wrong, it's a tough word to hear. It's a tough subject to talk about. Because like I say, we never needed to talk about it because we were just treating people as we seen them. But what I think that they're doing is they're putting fear into people with different coloured skin in Northern Ireland. So these far lefties and the government and all the rest of it, they want to say, oh, we're all the bad uns and we're all the racist, when actually we're doing nothing wrong to make these people that are here legally... You know, we've treated them as we've treated them all my life. Like, I employed a guy from Sweden who was a Muslim, who had darker coloured skin. I was on the panel 2 years in a row, actually. Right? Because he was the best person for the job. It was simple as that, right? There was other white women on the interviews. There was other white men. There was another darker skinned guy. You know what I mean? It's like, it was all different people. But we chose the best person for the job, right? But anyway, what these politicians and far lefties are doing is they're actually fear-mongering. And I mean, let's face it, the politicians are good at that. They've done it for fucking donkey's years. But that's what they're doing, they're fear-mongering. And it always seems to be at the forefront of their mind, not at ours. See, if you're the one that is always talking about something, then that's got to be that you're thinking about it. Right? Now, I know I ain't talking about it today, but you know what I mean? I'm bringing it up because they are putting fear into people that have probably lived here maybe all their lives. And now they're being told that they have to fear for themselves because all us baddies are out there doing racist stuff when we're not, obviously. Okay, we're not. But they're putting fear into them. And you know, I said about it one of CJ Audit's videos where not many people said that they experienced racism. And one wee girl says, yeah, I haven't experienced that, but I know about it. So these far lefties and they're doing it in so many different ways, but they're putting fear into the people of Northern Ireland who actually are here doing the right thing, but maybe just have a different coloured skin. Yous, lefties, if anybody's watching, yous are the ones that are putting fear into these people. Yous are the ones that are telling them that we're all bad people. Why? They see themselves, they walk past us in the street and it's no problem. And it's absolutely disgusting. And they do that, like I say, they do it about a lot of stuff. And they put fear into people for no need whatsoever. So, I don't know if they'll ever take responsibility for that, but I'm calling them out on it. It's not us that is fearing people with different skin. It is you, by telling them absolute lies and making them fearful. And that damages people. Just so you know, that damages people's mental health. So the people you say you're protecting, you're the one that's making them fearful and damaging their mental health. So I hope to hell you're going to clear up the mess. Although most of you have a few issues yourselves, so you probably can't. The thing is, you just won't admit it. We all have issues. We all have issues. We all should be improving ourselves, right? And we should all be admitting when we make mistakes. But hey ho, we'll see whether or not they'll accept any responsibility on this. I doubt it. Anyway, guys, keep being your amazing self. Thank you so much.